What's good, gang? It's Ronnie here, back at it again with another video. So as you can see from the title, I'm going to be giving you guys, kind of going over with you guys, 5 pros and 5 cons of having locks. And I'm surprised I haven't done a video like this yet, but here we are with it today. Just because there's a lot of you guys who are considering getting locks but haven't for whatever reasons. But here's like a video if you're looking for that last thing to get you to go ahead and get it. Here it is. Okay, so I made like a list of things, and ignore my little nasty handwriting. I'm graduated, so but I made like a list of things, and we're gonna start with the pros. All right. Number 1 is gonna be the fact that it's less maintenance. It requires a lot less than having loose natural hair. You know, loose natural hair, you might have to get up every morning and style it, or you know, you got to straighten it the week before or get protective style or something. There's a lot less of that required for locks. You know, it's just kind of, it is what it is. Get up and either throw it in a bun or leave it out. It's that simple. And then the next pro is going to be the fact that it costs a lot less. And coming from me, I used to have this big afro, and the money that it costed for the money that it required was outrageous. Just to buy decent products that didn't have sulfates and parabens and all that, I was probably averaging like $100 a month, because you know, we run through products. And then just, you know, the money you pay for the protective styling or the wigs or all that, that cost is gone. You're really just paying for the oil that you put in your hair and the retwist. And if you're doing your own retwist, you don't even have to pay for that. The next thing is that it's all natural. And you guys know we're moving towards this whole natural movement thing, you know, no makeup, no body mods, not body mods, but like surgeries and stuff. And, you know, if you're just looking for something that's natural, natural is always the best way to go. So that's the next one. And this next one is gonna be my favorite. The fact that having locks is a spiritual journey. Y'all hear me talk about this all the time, but it really is a spiritual journey, because it's kind of going in within yourself and kind of focusing on what's in there rather than what's out here. And so that's just definitely a pro if you're looking for something that like, the reason why I started my locks was to become less about what's out here and more what's in here. So if that's what you're looking for, locks are for you. And then the 5th pro is going to be the fact that locks are less likely to damage. So an example is going to be like, you know, when your hair is rubbing up against your clothes, you're getting split ends, or the more heat you're putting on it, you're getting heat damage. Things like that are just kind of not in the equation with locks. You just don't have to deal with it, just because they're solid, and they don't require all that stuff anyways. So you kind of cut that out of the equation with the locks. On to the cons. And it was actually hard to find cons, because I really love my locks. But the first con is going to be that locks are slightly less versatile. But we already that's a given. Because you know, with loose natural hair, you can do box braids, which you can still do with locks. But you know, you could curl it or wear it straight, and just a lot of different things. You could dye it more. You can still do all of those things with locks. It's just not as, what's it called, tangible, because you don't want to be covering these up with braids and risking the fact that they could become flat or you could damage them, especially just for the fact that, if nothing but for the fact that the point of locks is to avoid that. So they are a little less versatile. Even though you can still do stuff with it, it's not exactly the same. And then the next con is going to be the fact that once your locks are damaged, that's kind of it. Like, it's a wrap at that point. Like, if you dye them too much and they start thinning out and getting like these scraggly ends at the bottom, there's no way to repair that unless you combine it with another lock. But even then, once it's damaged, it's damaged. And, you know, with loose natural hair, once it's damaged, you can trim it, let it grow, trim it, let it grow. Or you can just, better yet, there's reversal treatments like protein treatments and things. But once your lock is, once it's finished, it's finished. It's that simple. And then the next thing is going to be that, like, oh, for the locks, back to the once it's damaged, it's finished. For example, if you get buildup in it, it's like you can get it out, but you'll never be able to get it all out. Things like that. And then for the next con is going to be the, if you comb them out, you lose all of your length. not all of it, but we know with locks, most of the stuff at the bottom is dead hair. So if you were to comb it out, you would lose a lot of that. It's not to say that you wouldn't have length, but you wouldn't be able to retain all of that. And then the next one, just number 4, all jobs are not completely open to the whole lock movement thing. Some jobs will even not hire you because of the locks. So if that's something that you're worried about, I know like more sophisticated type jobs have a little kind of tighter wind on that. That's something to definitely consider, just to see if you want to make your life complicated in that arena. It's a thing. And then the last but not least, number 5, is going to be, they can get boring. But that's kind of take what you can get and leave the rest, because any style can get boring. Just having curly hair gets boring for people, but locks are more like, you know, once you're in, you're locked. So you can't be getting them and then knowing that you're finna get bored with them, because you can't just... You have to accept the fact that they will get boring. You might have days where you're like, damn, these are kind of lame. So you just have to kind of weigh all the pros and cons and see what's going to be best for you. But those are my 5 pros and cons, and they definitely, the pros outweigh the cons for me. And you guys know, because I don't like to be fumbling in my hair too much. I kind of just want to wake up and what's up, I'm ready to go type thing. So the locks, they work for me. I probably will dye them again. But anyway, guys, please stay tuned, like, comment, and subscribe, leave video requests, all that good stuff, and I will be back next time. Bye.